Howdy y'all, this is Twitchonium here. Today I'm coming at y'all with another Neon Dynasty quick draft. I've had a couple of interesting ones so far, but haven't really had a super strong deck yet, so let's see if we can't open up something spicy today. Well, maybe we go mono white enchantments and artifacts. Could be a thing. Might be a little hard to pull off in a limited format, so let's see what else we have. Well, we got a very nice 2-drop for the Samurai decks. This seems pretty sweet for a green deck. Gloomshrieker, also another great card, but it does lock you into green-black a little more heavily. Clawing Torment seems fine. The Archer, Rebuke also seems nice. But if we're taking a Rebuke-style card, I think I'd rather take the Spinning Wheel Kick. Although it is a sorcery. But being able to do that to more than one creature just seems really strong. Yeah, I'm going to take this card. This one definitely has the higher upside, but, 7 mana, 4 white pips. Really only good late game versus, 4 mana, kill 2 things? Seems pretty good. Alright, and following that up, so this can really go into any of the green archetypes, as long as we're going to have creatures. So Michigo's Reign of Truth is fine in a green-white artifact strategy. This seems kind of meh. Patchwork Automaton can do great work in the artifact decks. Green, not so much of the artifact color, though. There's really not a ton in this pack. I mean, air is okay. If you're going heavy into modified, I guess we could go like Rugged Highlands and speculate on like red. But I think I'd rather get the Reign of Truth here, honestly. If we do end up in the white-green enchantment strategy, this will be pretty good. Well, speaking of the white-green enchantment strategy, that's a pretty good one for it. Get a bunch of early enchantments down and then get a 4/4 flyer much earlier than people can typically deal with. Now we can take a removal spell here. Enchantment creature. I do like Season of Renewal in these decks, but we're much more heavily into white already than green, and this is still a very solid 2-drop that is also an enchantment, so works on both sides. Now we can pick up the Selfless Samurai, rather. Even though it's not an enchantment creature, I think it's still worth it. Can give something lifelink or protect our important pieces that we pick up. Although we could just take like a Blossoming Sands or a Season of Renewal as well. I think I'd rather have just a good 2-drop. Of course, now we have another good 2-drop, but here I'm going to pick up the Kami. It's an effect that I like to have access to at least one copy of in the enchantment deck. Somebody puts a aura removal spell on one of your enchantment creatures, you can get it back. You can get some extra value out of sagas with it. So overall, I like the Kami pretty well. Now, Skyscraper maybe is like a top-end play. Storyweave has been meh to me. I think I'd rather just have the generic top-end card. Now probably the Disciple. We're not trying to do the artifact thing. Although Dragonfly Suit's a pretty good one. I think I'd rather just have the life-linking enchantment creature, though. Bamboo Grove Archer is another consideration, but I think I like the lifelinker better, though. Here we can just take a Haven. I don't think we even need to. I'll just draft the uncommon. Ooh, okay, another lifelinker. That's nice. Probably don't want to have to play a decoy in this deck, but we'll have another spare 2-drop in case we need it. So really we're just in white enchantments so far, or we could even, with our samurais, just be in white samurais, but Kura is going to make us want to stick to our green cards. Now we have 2 excellent green spells that we don't want to have to get rid of. I mean, Kami's really nice too, but a 4/4 flying Death Touch that can go find 3 cards for you or make a big creature to replace it seems like the play. Ooh, and follow it up with a super tough call here. Goshintai, excellent 2-drop for the enchantment deck, but enchantment-based removal seems like it's going to have to be the play. I would really like that Goshintai, though. Here, we can either get a really suboptimal enchantment or some good removal. I think I'll take the good removal. Now we have a super tough choice. We have Befriending the Moths, which is a great saga, ends up in a flyer. We've got another life-linking enchantment creature, although I think we're fine on that for now. I would mind taking another one for sure, but we've already got a few. Tanuki, though, another enchantment creature, useful early if you need to discard it to hit your lands, and if not, it's a giant nice beater for the late game. And Harmonious Emergence, just the 4/5 body with Vigilance and Haste has lined up more favorably in this format than I would have anticipated. So it's a tough call. I think I'd rather have the Tanuki, the first copy of it, than either of the others, just because it has that flexibility of being able to go find you a land or be your big late game play. Whereas these other two are more, static in their roles. And if we can get the Season of Renewal, is what I was going to say, to get the Tanuki back, you can get double value out of it. But here, I think we're going to be on Rebuke, get another removal spell. Definitely want to get at least 1 copy of Season of Renewal into this kind of deck, but we'll take the removal first. Now another super tough call. We could take another Kami, finally pick up that Befriending the Moths, or take another removal spell. In this format, there's so many targets. This hits most of our deck, right? Hits all the vehicle decks, all the red-black artifact decks. I think there's 80% plus of this format is enchantments or artifacts. Artifact, enchantment, artifact, enchantment. So yeah, I think I'll just pick up this removal spell. And I think we're going to be pretty set on removal after that. Let's take a look. We probably don't need to play the Skyscraper now that we've picked up some good top-end stuff. Oops. Did not mean to cut that. Holy moly. Okay, we have 6 solid removal spells, not even just bad removal, filler removal. These are some of the better removal spells. Wanderer's Intervention, I guess we could technically upgrade a little bit, but still, instant speed deal 4 is pretty great. So we really just need to fill our creature curve out here. So with that in mind, we definitely want some more 2-drops. We're more okay on the top end stuff than we are on the bottom end, so maybe grab a Searchlight Companion. Just a nice way to have 2 bodies on 1 creature. Nothing here for us. I guess we might run 1 Dragonfly Suit. Could actually run a Mech Hanger if we are gonna, run a suit or things like it. Probably not, but we'll see. Now, draw a card or an enchantment creature. I think enchantment creature 2-drop. Nothing for us here. Ooh. Definitely going to pick up the Emergence here now. Well, 2 Dragonfly Suits. A decoy if we need it. Alright, deck's looking pretty sweet so far. Let's see what else we grab here. An Eater of Virtue. What does this one do? Whenever a equipped creature dies, exile it. Ah, okay. It seems like it could be alright throughout the course of a game, but a little, I don't really want to be trading off my creatures constantly and then having to re-equip and play new stuff, Capitec Wrecker, awesome card. Not for our deck, I don't think. We could take another Spinning Wheel Kick and have 2 sweet 2-for-1 spells, but I think we're fine on the removal, honestly. Maybe What does this one do? No, maybe either an Exemplar, a Era of Enlightenment, or a Jukai Preserver. This is a 4-drop, which we could use another 4-drop actually in particular. Can also take a Favor of Jukai as a 4-drop, but I think I'd rather have the creature version of it if we're going to do that. Yeah, we have two... don't we have Papercraft decoys over here? Yeah, we have 2-2-drops we can play if we in a pinch if we need to. So I think I'd rather grab the 4-drop. Now we have another Dragonfly suit. I think we're going to just grab another Harmonious Emergence here, though. Definitely fine playing 2 of those, and now we're set on 4-drops. Although, would we run another one? Let's see, what does the Fall of Lord Khanda do? Exile a creature of opponents, gain control of all our stuff, 1/3 defender. We'd basically just be running that as a removal spell in this deck, like a 1/3 defender is nothing. So I'd rather have the 2-drop enchantment creature. Now we can play a Bearer of Memory. It's a pretty nice mana sink in the late game to get past board stalls. And we probably don't want to be running these suits anyways. Along the same line, we'll just take another one. Definitely want one more 2-drop if we can find it. This could be nice, a way to get back some enchantments from the graveyard if they get lost. Or we could pick up a Sunblade Samurai. Actually, I'd like to have another 5-drop now that I look at the curve. And it kind of like the Tanuki, we can use it early for land if we need to. And there's the last 2-drop we needed. All right, well that filled out the slots pretty well. We could still pick up this Era of Enlightenment, another good 2-drop. Another Exemplar, even. We have a whole playset of those now. But I think this is pretty much going to be the deck. Even get another Emergence here. This actually could be really good in our deck. Everything's an enchantment creature, pretty much. Like, Kura's not. Oops, we're going to cut that artifact from there anyways. Although, I guess that was the only artifact we were running, it looks like, for this card. Yeah. We'll see. We might cut the Authority. Well, we missed out on some of the key synergy pieces for the enchantment deck, but I think we got a pretty synergistic one here still. We have a lot of removal in the deck. A lot of consistency, too. We have 4 Exemplars. Era of Enlightenment. We have to make 4 cuts here, which is going to be tough. The Michigo's Reign of Truth could be huge in this deck. I might even cut the Selfless Samurai. 4, 5, 6. Probably cut the Bamboo Grove Archer in this deck. Keep 2 of these and 2 of these. These are both removal spells. Maybe even cut the Kami in this deck. It's probably worth keeping still. We don't have a ton of top-end stuff. But the stuff we do have is going to be hard for them to interact with. Like, well, just like everything's got either flying or trample. I guess this one's just vigilance. Have 2 Bearer of Memories to pump the entire board in the late game. Just start turning everything into big threats with trample over time. Especially if we have 2 of them. Since everything should be an enchantment creature, more or less. Yeah, I think we should cut the Preserver, maybe. Or the Kami, even. It's tough. I think we need to cut one more 2-drop. 4, 5, 6. I guess that's 6 2-drops. That's where we want to be. Probably needs to be a 3-drop, actually. Maybe we even cut one of the removal spells. Like Fade is less flexible and not instant speed, even though it is exile-based, which I like. Could see doing that. How's our mana look? More white. Then green. We do have a couple of double greens, though. Maybe that's why it wanted us to have more green. But we've got a Tanuki and a Samurai to help us pull lands out if we need to. I think we should be okay. We're still running 17, so. And we'll go ahead and put Kura up as our deck box art there. And that'll do it for the drafting portion here. I'll see y'all in the first round. Welcome to round 1. We are on the play with a pretty decent looking starting hand here. All of it's early, but our deck is going to be going wider rather than big anyways. Probably going to have some longer games. Or some quick losses. You never know. Get our 2-drop out that can start attacking in as a 3-powered attacker next turn. Yep, and get that attack in first. And then drop another enchantment creature. Next turn we can remove one of their things or play our lifelinker. Alright, I think I'm fine trading either one of these into their thing. We have multiple copies of both in the deck. And I think I'd rather scry, actually, than get the lifelinker down. We're in a good board state. Yeah, we don't need any more lands, and I'll definitely take an emergence. We can even flicker our dude to stop the kunai damage, if they do that. Although now we'll probably just exile their creature. Yeah, even better since they spent the time to equip it. And they can't pay for the thing now. The ability. And we still get the extra bonus from our little samurai dude here. Putting in a ton of work. This gets haste, doesn't it? Yeah. And we're looking pretty good here. Could be worried about a board wipe, that would be bad. But we can go ahead and just kill that right now. And that should do it. Good little start for our deck here. A lot faster than I was expecting it to be. But the opponent did play it pretty slow with their equipment to start with. So, nice start for our deck. See y'all in round 2. Welcome to game number 2. We are on the draw this time with a little bit worse of a hand. A little land heavy. Our 2-drop is not a creature, but I think we'll still keep it. We have a 2-drop, some interaction. We can channel the Tanuki if we have to. Ooh, that was a bad draw though. Really need to hit anything but lands now. We can cast everything in our deck, more or less. Except for the Tanuki itself, I guess. Alright. We're going to really need this Scry 2 here. Ooh, that's Spirit Realm I like. I don't think I want the Exemplar at this point, though. I'd rather exile their thing on turn 3 and then pick up something better for turn 4. Yikes. Well, now we can't exile a thing because they both have Ward 2. That's unfortunate. We'll have to use the intervention on one of them next turn. At least we got the life gain from the saga. Oh, Kura's gonna be a super sweet drop on curve. Yeah. we'll just end turn here. We've got a first striker, so they still don't want to have any attacks here, I'm guessing. Haha, that's fine. We'll sack a creature. Actually, I guess we can discard a land, since we will still be able to play Kura. Go ahead and... yeah, may as well swing. I'm going to actually, instead of playing Kura right now, exile the thing that is going to be a problem for the next 2 turns. We'll take 4 here, but I think I'd rather that than have to sack and discard, since we didn't hit a land to discard there. And I like all these cards a lot. Yeah. Now we'll go ahead and... oh, that's tough. I guess we'll just play the Tanuki. And we just hope they don't have a blue shrine in their hand here to kill our enchantment guy. I also like the getting the Tanuki out first before Kura to draw out any removal they might have. It doesn't look like they do, though. They're just going wide. Good spot for us to be in with our double removal here. So first we will exile their dude. Yes, I'm sure. Swing like this. Now we hope they equip their trash bot with the familiar to get it in for extra damage, I guess. That's going to make our removal spell a little worse, but that's alright. Well, that's a bad attack for us, but I'm okay if they want to be attacking in. I guess they can reconfigure now after combat, though. That's fine. Swing in with our 6/5, see how they block. Drop that Kura now. Yep, pretty much GG. Unless they top decked into some kind of sick removal spell here. Or just Jin Gitaxias. Holy cow. Huh. Thank you, enchantments getting around the Jin Gitaxias. That's crazy. Saving the day. Now we really just have to pray they don't have anything for Kura, or else we're just super toast. Well, that might buy them the time they need. They're going to get 2. And We can't cast any frickin' removal. Holy cow. Yeah, we just need to hit no more instants or sorceries. We don't have a ton in the deck anyways, but I guess we can bait one of them out with Wanderer's Intervention first if we did end up doing that. I mean, we have to attack in. They'll double block. We'll trade both. And we'll make a big creature. About the only thing that's going to be able to swing past the Jin Gitaxias. Crazy bomb there, though. Thankfully, they will have to trade it off right here. I mean, I guess they don't have to trade it off right now. They could trade one of these others. If I was them, though, I would double block and then sack. Oh, I guess they don't want to sack because they want to kill my guy off, probably. Do they have some way to keep him alive? Oh, please say they don't. Oh, it gets doubled because of frickin'... Oh, I hate Jin Gitaxias. Brutal. Yeah, I guess we just lose. Guess we can't play the game. Because of broken cards. I mean, our mythic is very strong. This mythic is just busted. Oh, man. Sorry, y'all. Don't mean to sound so frustrated. It's just, we were so close. And then they just dropped a house on us. And I don't know what we have that can deal with it. Well, that could be real scary. Oh, we'll just keep playing creatures. We already played our two biggest that could potentially trade into the Jin. Oh, yep. Well, here's going to be the, by our powers combined, 10-10. That's all they need, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. I guess they can't do this right now because it's not technically a artifact creature, it's an artifact equipment. So that's cool. Saves us one extra turn here. You know what card I'm missing from Phyrexia All Will Be One right now? Hazardous Blast. Wouldn't that be sweet on this board? Just blast them, swing in for lethal, BGG. That's a pretty good draw too, actually. It's going to make our Vigilance dude a super lethal threat here for 2 turns. And it's an enchantment we can play through Jin Gitaxias. Of course, now they are going to have their 4 artifact creatures. And we don't have trample, sadly. We do have a card in the deck that we could instantly play and activate to give our creatures trample. We have 2, in fact. That would be a sweet draw next turn. Although they're going to have a 10-10, so it probably won't matter. Of course, they will be going down to 2 creatures if they do that. We'll see. Now they can just use those because they get 2. Yep. Here it comes, by our powers combined. Still haven't given up yet. Yep. Oh, it has flying. I did not know that. Well, that makes sense. Let's just cast our spell that gets instantly countered by Jin. And die. Because Jin Gitaxias is a stinking broken card. Let's just use those words. Yeah. Alright. Well, sometimes it happens. I'll see y'all in the next round. Welcome back for round number 3. We are on the draw with a terrible starting hand. We're going to have to mulligan, unfortunately. Still not great with only the 2 lands, but going to have to keep this one. I think we'll get rid of the intervention. The rebuke's slightly better. But no turn 2 plays. And only mana to play turn 2 plays so far. Yeah, we're going to need to top deck into at least 1 more land here. Alright, well, at least we can start playing. A red and blue artifact deck from the opponent, it looks like. Patchwork Automaton, pretty much the prime 2-drop for that deck, too. So, see if they can keep the artifact train rolling. Ah, that's... wow. So we're probably just gonna have to start chump blocking here. If they can get rid of our bearer, we're in real bad shape. Yeah. Even worse that that dealt damage to us. So we just lose this one. Gonna take 4 here. If they have another removal spell, it's just game over already. They drew into another 1-drop even. Brutal. Yep. Yeah, okay. I get it. Wow. So... ridiculously aggressive start from the opponent with like the perfect curve out, and we just had to mulligan and then didn't draw lands, and yeah, didn't have plays. Rough. At least it was quick. See y'all in the next round. Welcome back to round 4, where once again we have a unkeepable starting hand and have to mulligan. This one is slightly better. But man, this draft has felt really, really rough. The deck hasn't felt bad, it's just Jin Gitaxias and mulligans into perfect starts, and yeah. Hopefully this one can bring us back to form a little bit. Reckoner Bankbuster to start, okay. Get the one with more power out first so we can start swinging for more. And Kodama, that's a pretty powerful card if they can modify their creatures. Not ideal, but I suppose we'll take it. At least they didn't get any use out of their rare. Of course, their mythic could potentially take over the game here. Start ramping them every single turn. If they have a way to put a counter on this right now, that's really bad. Or they can just blow up our stuff for free. Yep. Alright, well, draft is over, it looks like. Don't think we're going to be coming back from this. They're going to have Kodama. And we're going to have an empty hand. Brutal. I mean, that attack I made was bad. That's my fault, because I forgot they had the Bank Buster as a vehicle. I just always treat that card as a card draw spell more than an actual vehicle. But this thing has Death Touch, right? Oh no, they had to use the Death Touch counter to do the thing. Still, we have to double block it to keep it from just blowing any of our board up. Sure. Why wouldn't it become a 4/6? Yep. And now they get to bounce the thing and do it again. Put another counter. Well, Emergence is a nice sized body at least. We'd still have to triple block the Cap Attack Wrecker though. Yep, and it's going to get another counter on it here. Oh, they're spreading out their threats a little bit. I'll do this. If they have any kind of pump spell here, I'm just going to concede though. Yeah. That's fine. I'm going to blow our entire board out with their one spell. But, I mean, we had to make the block. We can't just be taking 10 damage a turn. So, super rough draft overall. Very quick at least. But 3 losses and only the 1 win. Started off real strong with that first game, but then just Jin into 2 games in a row where we had no shot after the mulligans and then just the way that the draws played out. Sometimes that's how it happens though. Yeah, keep your chin up and move on to the next round. Appreciate y'all coming along on this draft ride with me here today though, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Take care everybody.